everybody. Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Silverbacks. I'm Bryan Silverbacks, and I guess we're going to shoot the shit. This is a weekly update. So today is Wednesday, December 7th, and I told you I'm going to keep in touch with you every Wednesday. So, what's going on? Last we talked, I had meeting for the Boba Fett project for the music video for the follow-up from the guys that brought you straight out of Gotham. So I can tell you that the Kickstarter campaign, he's going to use Kickstarter campaign to try to fund it, because the last video that he shot straight out of Gotham was all donated. Like, all the actors were donated their time, all the food, all the resources, all the makeup, all the equipment was given or loaned to him. And this time he wants to complete the project with the help of the 501st, and he wants to actually pay people for their time and have catering and stuff like that. So he's putting together the Kickstarter campaign. It should launch Thursday or Friday of this week, and it'll go on for a month, because we're going to shoot the video. He's going to shoot the video in early November. So he wants to make sure to have all the rewards and stuff done. He's got some pretty cool packages. You should see it whenever it comes on. I'll be sure to link it in my profile. And so this is the cover for the CD. If that gives you any hints, maybe just a little bit. I'll release it in full detail once the campaign starts and I have his okay. Now, on the heels of that, I have completed this poster with Boba Fett and my Marvelous Bounty Hunter, and the poster should be coming in about 2 weeks, and then that'll be available for sale, because I was just fucking around one day and I put them both together on a thing and on Facebook and said, hey, wouldn't this be cool? And a lot of people said, oh man, that'd be a great poster, that'd be a great shirt. So I ordered the posters, and those will be coming in time for Walker Stalker Con. So as you know, this is the month of October, Inktober for the artist. It means you draw one ink drawing every day. And I found out about Drawlloween, which is like predetermined topics for every day. Like, on this day you have to draw a werewolf. On this day you have to draw a vampire. So I'm doing my best to think outside the box. Today's topic for the 7th, isn't it? The 7th was a haunted house. So I drew Dr. House, kind of scared and looks haunted. And then, just some more. I did Pumpkinhead for pumpkin, Vampire Hunter D for vampire, and Teen Wolf for the werewolf. All those can be found in my some of my sketch cards are found in my Etsy store. I don't know if you've made your way over that, but I have an Etsy store where I have sketch cards for sale, t-shirts for sale. I'm going to add some posters. So this weekend coming up is SiegeCon, which is a game programmer convention that's going on in Atlanta. My brother's a programmer, and he's going to be doing a panel where they talk about, or he gives tips. I don't know what he's doing. But he's invited me, so Saturday night we're going to be around 75, 285, somewhere up in at a hotel for SiegeCon. I will not be having a booth, but I will be there as a patron. So if you want to stop by, look for the overweight guy in the Silverbacks t-shirt, and that's probably me on Saturday night. So I look forward to doing that. My brother's really excellent at what he does, and this is the type of shit that he wants me to try to help him out with, and I think I'm going to give it a shot. Also, today I have a t-shirt sale that is it's on Teconomist, and it's just for today. It's a pink Power Ranger. I took my red Power Ranger with Deadpool popping out, and I made it pink and put the breast cancer ribbon in there for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So any profits that I get from that will be donated to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. I'm not making any money on this shirt. I just thought it was a cool idea and something nifty to do. So go to Teconomist and check that out. Now, last time I talked to you guys, I told you I was expecting a package in the mail. Max Gamer. This is the comic book that the nice people at Southeast Psych created to talk about their hero who has Asperger's, and that's ASP, not Asperger's. And this is something that they use for their patients to help make them feel better and stuff. I don't know. So this is the first issue. I have yet to finish reading it. And then they sent me over the stuff that they were going to use for the second issue so that I can read through that and start putting it together and come up with. So I will be the illustrator, inker, all that stuff for the second one. So I'm looking forward to that project. Let's see. A little segment I want to call new to DVD or new to home video. So there's new movies coming out next week, and I'd like to let you know my thoughts on a couple of them. Being released on Blu-ray, you've got Aladdin. Aladdin's coming out on Blu-ray. That was a great movie. It's one of my favorites. It looks like Best Buy is going to have it for $20 for that first week. And you know, that's a steal when it comes to Blu-rays and Disney, because even the old ones are like $35 a piece. So you might want to scoop that up the first week it comes out. Also coming out is San Andreas. Now that one stars The Rock and some other people. Wow, what a turd. I'm a big fan of The Rock, but that movie, the actions that those people took throughout the movie, not just one character, but they made such poor decisions that I don't believe that real human beings would make some of those decisions. Like, I know they have to make that decision to move the plot forward or to make sure that this happens and set this up. But man, it just feels forced. And the special effects are cool, but man, it reminds me of the type of movies that will go straight to DVD, like the Dolph Lundgren movies, the Steven Seagal movies. Like, it's just, man, it was painful. I wanted it to be good, but it wasn't. Also coming out is Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland is another Disney movie with George Clooney and I don't know anybody else. But yeah, so Tomorrowland is based on an area in Disneyland. But it's a pretty cool story. It's a nice family story. I had fun watching it. I don't know that I would watch it again. I wanted it to be like a new, updated kind of Wizard of Oz, take you to that faraway place. But it was more, there was a little bit more AI and robotic stuff that didn't quite feel right. But it's a fun family movie, so I recommend that one for the family. Let's see, Tomorrowland, Dope. Dope is an independent movie that is going to get some, that got a short time in the theaters, and now it's going to be on home video. Dope is a story about three kids, that find themselves in some trouble. And these are three nerdy kids. These kids, I thought this was like a throwback movie like tonight, the 80s or 90s, because of these kids and what they wore. They were still rocking the Sony Walkman with the cassette tapes, and wearing cross colors and stuff like that. Turns out it was a movie set in today's times, but they just really liked that old culture. And so they're really nerdy, really geeky, and they find themselves in a bit of trouble where they have some dope, and it follows it's kind of like a buddy comedy. Felt very much like Superbad, that type of we're on a mission to go do something. Yoshi, can you stop doing that right now? So it felt like that, except there was a lot less humor. Like, it was a little bit more on the serious side. But I really had a good time watching that movie. Also coming out on Blu-ray is Team America. Fuck yeah. And Edward Scissorhands is coming to Blu-ray this month, or this week. So just in case you save some money up and you want to check those out next week. I also saw Black Mass. Black Mass is the Johnny Depp, Whitey Bulger movie. And I went into it thinking it was going to be, the next big thing. I really enjoy that style of movie. But after I watched it, it was good. It was good. And it was really cool to know that probably 90% of that stuff is based on facts and true stories, because there's documentaries on Netflix and stuff like that you can cross-reference to make sure that shit's legit. But, the Legitimaster. So you could do that. But I watched it, and when I was done, I thought it was good. I thought all the acting was great, but I liked The Departed better. Probably because it was less based on real and they could add, whatever they wanted. So for me, if I had to pick between The Departed or I had to pick Black Mass, I would go Departed all the way. Now for a segment I'm going to call the Artist Tips of the Day. Artist Tip of the Week, I guess. Alright, so I haven't really put a whole lot of thought. I don't know. I don't do anything great. I do everything So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you that when you're drawing your mouth, your faces, make sure that you draw 2 eyes if it's a human person. And the size of the eye, they're supposed to be the size of one right there in the middle. Like there's your eye and then fit one in there. And then that the middle of the eyes should intersect with the ends of the mouth. So that might help keep your stuff like in proportion when you're like, oh man, I think his mouth looks a little big, or maybe it shouldn't go so far. For a normal face, it should be down to the middle right here. So if you want to do like the Incredible Hulk, you know, they put that mouth wider. What depends on if you want to exaggerate stuff, if the eyes are closer. But know that that's the rule. That's the base rule, is to keep it lined up right there. And we're going to close this little shooting the shit session with the questions that I got from last week. I told you to leave them in the comment section. Leave them in the comment section. And this week's question comes from nobody, because nobody wrote a comment. So pretty short section. So if you got a question for next week, you go ahead and ask me. Anyway, thank you for all your support. Continue to watch these videos, subscribe and all that stuff. Go to the Facebook page, check out the shirts. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'll talk to you later. Oh, and always use your blinker. Peace.